What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back. With me is a friend of mine. You may remember him. Happened to be in one of our shows since the beginning. Say
Hey
hello.
everyone.
Yep, it's him again. Who he is? Tell us your name.
Well, name has changed. Name has changed since my last appearance on here. Since recent events, Shimmer Crash to Aisha Fire.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, his name now Aisha Fire. Deal with it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I identify as basically transgender now. So yeah,
Don't worry, guys. It's not a big deal. So
not a big
today,
deal at all.
yeah, today, um, it's been a long time. We haven't really done a show. I had to find people to see if I, but I miss you the best because you're always been the best reasonable person. You were the best reasonable person out there that I actually can have a conversation with because we both know that we hit it off pretty well with the discussions.
Yeah, we always did.
So today you wanted to do a specific review game. I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk about it in our bit review section. So,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
review will be a Xenogears Chronicles
Uh, Z-
X.
yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yes.
Oh man, this game I started out loving to death, but after a while, just started to lack a lot. between between the deceptive level system, recycling of used sounds, and a lot of monotony, the game just started to suck at around level 40.
Hmm. So you haven't really beat much of it yet. You're
Yeah,
still
I've gotten to a point where it just become very grind heavy.
yeah. That's kind of like most of the games days with RPGs. They're grind heavy. Right now, Nintendo's Fire Emblem is a lot of people are
That's
complaining
what I've
about.
heard.
Yeah. To my so this game basically had was there any bugs or any issues that you encountered in this game?
Besides the deceptive level system and a lot of recycled sounds, not exactly. The game though, there is one issue I'd like to discuss.
Go ahead.
But there was actually DLC released to actually help the world load faster. That was because as you're traveling through the world, you will actually get the textures and such would load a lot slower. So Monolith Software actually released DLC to actually help the world load. Is that a joke or what?
Yeah, that's kind of so. It's basically you. Is it like a paid one or just free?
And it's free. It's free DLC, but it's just a joke that the Monolith had to release DLC to help the world load faster.
Well, yeah, because you have to realize this is Nintendo Wii U.
Yeah,
It's kind of how it's not a big deal. It's just the thing about it is what were the graphics okay or were they just really bad?
the graphics were phenomenal themselves, but when it comes to the DLC itself, it was over 11 gigs worth of DLC you had to download.
Eesh. And oh man, that
Yeah, that is a complete joke right there.
yeah, I kind of agree with you there because that takes a long time just to download a freaking goddamn DLC.
And something just to help like plants, textures, monsters, everything to load faster. I mean, is was that really necessary for them to do that and just not completely and like completely then just completely finish the game?
So you feel that the game's incomplete?
Yeah, because if you have to release something to help like loading times and all that, you made something you screwed up.
I personally have to say that probably could be right about this. They took out a lot of content from what I heard about this game. Took out the character creation, enlarging the boobs thing. You probably heard about that.
Yeah, I heard a lot about what they took out, and I was kind of disappointed as well with a lot of like the character creation was okay, but not what it could have been. I
Yeah.
mean, they did a lot with it. They could have gone as far as what Skyrim did, but honestly, they could have gone more in depth
All right.
because like a lot of the options were extremely basic.
So you basically, how was the sound effects? How were the sound effects? They okay? Were they bad?
Well, the one sound effect that got really annoying after a while that because like there's a lot of water in the game, they actually literally looped the swimming sound effects constantly when you're in the water.
Yeah, I figured as much. So
Oh my god, that was a headache after a while. Like if you had to swim long distances, if you actually fall off a cliff into an area with like a lot of water, you literally had to spend like a few minutes just listening to a loop upon loop upon loop of the same swimming sound over and over.
like Zelda.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, it was like they basically it was like they just basically recycled it. And like another gripe I had about the sound, I mean, okay, I do want to praise the one thing in this game for what it did right was actually the music. The music for XCX was phenomenal. And actually one of the best soundtracks I actually heard in a game thus far.
What was your favorite one?
I would have to say the Tyrant theme, Uncontrollable.
The tire
I mean,
theme, uncontrollable.
yeah,
I would
yeah,
play it on live, but I can't because that would be copyright, and I know Nintendo would go after me. They are.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring up it after that next section of when we begin.
Yeah, and I also had to say, my other favorite second to Uncontrollable has got to be the scale battle theme, Black Tar.
Ah,
Those those were both, but those two were actually my favorite themes in the game because like be it when everyone between both battles, the scale battles and the tyrant battles had got to be the most fun because tyrants basically being the stronger of any monster in the game, they take a lot to defeat. And with that theme playing in the background, it amps you up.
does it have that little like beat?
Actually, that's how it is with Black Tar. With Uncontrollable, it's like heavy rock.
Ah,
Yeah, because I gotta say that the sound design in this game was both good and bad. With some of the environment sounds, it was bad, but with the music, it was just plain excellent.
yeah. I have to say that I would love to buy this game, and I heard so much about it. I wanted to play it because I do like because I was a big kind of fan of the RPG of Gears series,
Yeah,
and it's a shame that they had to divide themselves into had to go through immediate changes after years, and I understand that they had to decided to make this the biggest RPG ever, and this is an open world, right?
pretty much. And like, it goes on to the fact like you can actually traverse the entire world from level one, but can you survive it?
Yeah,
Basically,
that's an interesting theme there. Can you survive
yeah.
it?
Can
Uh,
you survive this? Can you survive this world
Did you
from like as you level up?
did
Can you
you
survive it?
did you how was the mecha? How's the mecha
The
in the game?
mecha, yeah, the mecha, the skills were actually pretty cool. There was actually a lot of parts you can buy for customization, as well as the fact like the scale travel is a lot of fun because you can actually go between a mech form and a vehicle form for it.
Okay. And you're
Because like as
and you're
because
still
as you're
working
moving,
on it, and you're still working on that mech thing.
I'm actually taking a break from the game for a while because I'm trying to just gather my mind together because I need to come up with a way to level up a little faster besides grinding.
You're gonna have to probably grind until it's not that easy, or you're gonna have to beat a higher level monster that you know you can beat.
Yeah, pretty much. But I do have to say that between some of the game's faults and what it's good for, the game just does seem a little incomplete from a lot of the stuff they took out.
Yeah, and I can see why. And they're also adding DLC in the game, right? They're gonna add some new DLC.
From what I know, I haven't heard anything about any DLC out besides the 11 gigs of world improvement.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because thus far there hasn't been any mention of any amiibo support for it.
Oh, that sucks.
There hasn't been any mention of that.
No, no mecha, no nothing. Just simple. No
No
characters.
amiibos.
No amiibos.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah, I
sucks.
mean, not mention you can't even use any of the Shulker amiibos on it. You know, like any of those, like from the past Xenoblade Chronicles game.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, it was a kind of a disappointment to hear that, just due to the fact like I wanted to get the amiibos just for the sake of it to see if they will work on the game. But hearing that not going to be amiibo support coming, I was just really disappointed.
Hey, what? Yeah,
But it just pissed me off that like they're like between all the amiibos that a lot of games
well,
have, that this one never got support.
well, to my understanding, this is a third party that Nintendo brought in to make the game Monolith Soft, and I understand they probably are like, iffy about this. Kind of sad that they kind of like they didn't want to put amiibo support. I can understand that, but it's I guess they kind of were kind of cheap on it.
Yeah, the game actually like felt like it was a stripped down version of its original Japan form.
Okay, that I can you about this. I'm sorry, it's just the mic's kind of breaking up. But
Yeah,
but
but
okay,
with the mech combat, it was monotonous because there was actually a bit of a fault to it. A lot of the attacks were not varied.
you
There
have to
was
time them.
yeah, pretty much. There was a lot of timing involved. Because like between using attacks that would enhance between another attack being triggered,
Hmm.
a lot of the animations were extremely basic.
Okay, so it's just plain Jane as the same.
Pretty much. I mean, even though the mechs were cool and all, and like the weapons you can get for them were actually pretty awesome, it was very underwhelming. And
Okay.
like one of the coolest features that got old after a while is that like during moments where you hit up like either a critical or something, I don't know when this triggered, it would actually go into cockpit view. Like I think like sometimes randomly. And
I
it was like that was a cool feature for a while, but then it got a little annoying.
it got a little repetitive. Well, how are the
Yeah.
controls in that game? I just want to know.
Actually, the controls were very fluent. I had really no trouble actually using them because between like switching between battle control and overworld control, there was actually no really hiccup between them.
So you really enjoyed some parts of it, but some parts of it was kind of
Yeah. I do want to touch on something that I mentioned earlier, a deceptive level system. Because at one point the level system was very common between among a lot of RPGs. Like you level up to one point and then you can beat this certain thing. But once I hit level 40 and actually came up against this boss, I had a team of like level 33, 35, 36, and 32. I was up against a level 40 boss. You would think this would be an easy little task to beat this guy. Well, between a team of his like I think level 35s that he had around him and a level 39, he basically kicked the crap out of me.
yikes. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the final verdict on this because we're gonna try to timing on this one right. Um, what what is your final verdict on this game?
I'd say get this game at your own risk. To be honest,
Yeah,
get this game at your own risk. Only if you're a hardcore Xenoblade fan
yeah,
and actually will want to see a new game.
yeah. You would recommend it to the fans that actually are.
I would basically recommend those who are hardcore RPG, hardcore Xenoblade fans.
Yeah, if you're really into this game, you probably would love it. But as for most
Yeah,
people, you probably would get frustrated with.
yeah, because the level system is like after a while, like once you hit the level 40 bosses. Oh, there is one last thing I do want to mention.
It. Okay.
Last part of this game becomes an absolute boss rush.
Okay. So they have like a bus time thing where you have to the boss at a certain time limit.
No, it just like the last part, the last like half or quarter of the game is boss, 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 boss. You
Boss,
just want just it's just basically one boss after another.
one boss after another.
Yeah, because like they it basically they just stripped down the story.
Okay. So
They stripped a
that's
lot of story out of it.
they just took away a lot of the story just so you could fight a boss.
Yeah, just basically just took a lot of story out because they actually had to include like what felt like a boss rush.
Okay. I can understand that. So anyways, guys, the final verdict is would
At your own risk.
buy it at your own risk. Um, if you're a big hardcore Xenogears or Xenoblade fan, this is the game for you. But as for others, well, it will take a lot of grinding. It will take a lot of time. The music's great. The gameplay is awesome. But at the
And the
same
battle system's a little vanilla.
yeah. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and move on to another section that we just created. Another review of gaming hardware. We'll call it Game Tech Review.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're gonna be reviewing
Hold up a sec. Come on. Hold up a
the
sec.
the what
Yeah,
was it?
mom. Yeah.
Oh,
Hold up a sec.
all
Sorry for
right.
the interruption.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the technical review here of the Razer. Call it. We're just gonna have to stop right here.
Apologies for that interruption.
Yeah, it's fine, man. Just tell us what it is because I forgot. 'Cause-
Okay, today I do want to like this is a review of a piece of Razer hardware that I received. That's one of the best mouse, one of the best mice I've ever gotten.
yeah, full disclosure, he
The
bought this. I
yeah,
am
I I bought this on my own, but it's the Razer Ouroboros, and I gotta say, one of the best gaming mice that's I've ever gotten. High end and very extremely responsive. This I mean Razer has put out some really good stuff between a lot of my setup that I've gotten. This is gonna be the best piece between that and my keyboard.
I'm not a big fan of their headsets.
Yeah, I mean I use the Razer Kraken myself, but the Razer Ouroboros itself is one of the best high end mice you can I've actually gotten. Between that my Naga Epic Chroma and this, I have a choice. I actually have a choice between what I want to use. The Ouroboros itself is really awesome because you can actually fit it to how your hand works, like an adjustable hand rest, side plates. I think you can even actually move back and forth the hand rest itself. You
Okay.
can actually it's total customization to how you want it.
So you can easily move
As
it
well,
around on your wrist and just the clicker.
yeah. As well between the adjustable side plates that you can actually switch out. This is actually also an ambidextrous mouse, which means you can actually work in either hand.
Okay. So you can use your left hand and your right hand.
Yes, I actually bought this due to a busted pinky I actually recently dealt with.
Oh yeah, you told
Yeah,
me that one. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
This I had to buy a different mouse, and between a lot of them I saw, this actually looked to have the best fit and feel, and actually was right. Um, I love this one because you can actually adjust the DPI depending on what game you're playing. You can actually just key bindings. It has like the little side buttons on either
And
side.
it
Uh,
has several it has like several key uh buttons on each side.
yeah, but between the both silver buttons on each side, you can actually like uh yeah, it's you can actually fit to like you can actually fit each key binding to how you want it, and that's what I love about this. It's comfortable. It is all around. It's an all-around useful mouse for those who don't want to mess with something very complicated. This again, it's a fancy mouse yet it's simple at the same time. Because you actually get what you get with it is a like you get like two hand grips and two thumb rests that it's thumb rest you can actually switch out on either side to fit the mouse to how you desire. Like as well, the little crank on the back, the little crank on the back actually lowers and raises the hand rest, which I find really neat. It actually does play on another mouse I've seen by another company, I think called Triton or something like that. That actually has a customizable mouse themselves. I think they call it the Rat or something. Yeah, where it actually had like adjustable sides, adjustable
Yeah.
backs. Yeah, we can actually raise and lower stuff on it.
Okay.
But Razer has come out with some good stuff. And to end this little review on here, so we can get to our other topics, I'd say for anyone who actually wants a high-end mouse that is actually really, really good and really, really responsive, go for the Razer Ouroboros. So yeah, this little review is short and sweet.
All right. The next thing we're gonna talk about something that I'm gonna bring up about a Mad Cat. You happen to know, you're probably familiar with Mad Cats, right?
Yeah, I've actually bought one of the controllers a while back.
Yeah, they make third. They've been known to make third party controllers. They're also known to uh, mouses as well. Um, right now they're in a slump. Right, their stock is going down. A lot of people are talking about this, talking about the rumor that they're probably go bankrupt.
Yeah, go out of business.
Yeah, they're also known for their arcade stick as well.
Yeah, which I've heard they're actually not that bad.
Yeah, but I heard the rumors that they break down like the Nintendo the N64 one
Yeah, I heard the same thing
and
myself.
the PS and the PS the original PS1 controller.
Yeah, I actually one of their devices actually busted my old Game Boy Color.
Yeah, but I was surprised that the only things that lasted longer for them was the Xbox.
Nice.
Their Xbox, the original Xbox controllers can last longer. And
Yeah,
it's
that's what you discussed that with me last night. Like you actually got one of their Xbox controllers and it lasted a long time.
yeah, it lasted a long time. And then I actually bought one. I was surprised that thing was working well because their Xbox controller is decent. They want as their Nintendo GameCube controllers, but sometimes they can break down too. Um, if you're lucky and you keep them in good condition, they will last a long time. The sad part is that they're in a really big slump right. Their stock is going down. It's not. It's no joke that they're really having a hard time.
Yeah, they're really hurting right now.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to tell if they're actually, the rumors are going around that they're, because right now they're known for products like, right now this company has Trinitron. You know what Trinitron is? Headphones.
Yeah, I do.
And they also own, from what I understand, they also own Game Shark as well.
Yes, and in which Game Shark is going to be here is not doing so well themselves.
They tried to release Mad Cat Mojo. Remember that Android that Android console, the little micro console that they tried so hard to release.
Yeah, I mean, like like the failed Ouya.
It was like the failed. But right now they're trying to make the Street Fighter themed controllers and the arcade stick PlayStation 3. Um, other than that, they're not doing half bad, but they're still struggling,
That's true.
and it's kind of suspicious whether or not they're gonna try to hopefully sell their products. Problem is they make their products expensive. A lot of people have a hard time trusting because of last time they tried
Yeah,
they tried to sell game products, certain games like fighting games, uh, Call of Duty, for example, those type of games. Right now, there are a lot of people, they sell them at expensive prices. Their arcade sticks, $200 pop.
which in itself is highway robbery.
Well, yeah, profit, how business.
Yeah, I mean they take profit over function a lot of the time.
You may have you're familiar with the rat mouses, right? Bake.
Yeah, the rat mice. Rat was actually made by Triton.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, Triton's now owned by Mad Cat.
Oh, I did not even know that.
Yeah, Triton actually, they actually own them. Surprisingly,
Oh,
weird how
man. They bought
they're
such a high end company.
they bought us such a high end company with really nice audio headsets. It's probably hurting them.
Yeah, and like okay, just a little disclaimer here. I am not sure if Triton actually made the rat themselves. I'm just like that just made it basically a guess because that's the only other company I know of that actually makes like PC gaming hardware.
They've been going through the PC gaming hard. They're also doing the Rock Band stuff. They've been the new one, the Rock Band 4. They've been trying to release.
Pretty
Also,
much.
they've been trying to promote their esports. It's kind of difficult for them to mess with third party control. But the thing is,
Yeah.
they either are done or they're probably not getting, because I can see that they're still around.
Yeah, they pretty much are.
And if they're gonna sell these for a lot of money, because I assume that Mad Cat's gonna be pretty much sticking around. Wow, I don't think they're going bankrupt. I just think they're in a real, they're not gonna.
Yeah, and like it's like a slump that can actually potentially put them out.
Yeah, and the thing is that they're still around. The thing is, if they're gonna give up on, they should just stick with, just sell them as is. If they think that people are gonna buy, they should just boxes. They did okay with the act. They're pretty much working decently, my experience. And as as of now, I think they. So I'm sorry if my microphone's not working right now, but I think they could do better. They could probably sell a lot of products that stuck with. third party control because they kept venturing into different types of their mouse products, their headsets, and now they're going into our should have stuck with the
They should stick with the original game plan.
yeah they should have stuck with their with third party controllers.
Yeah, third party peripheral and all that.
Yeah, they should have because they make more money that way. A lot of people want a cheap ass controller known for ass controllers.
And like with the new Indian arcade sticks, like they should know that there are a lot better ones out there now that can actually beat the crap out of them
Yeah, and according to a friend of mine, you can actually build one yourself.
for cheaper.
But anyways, guys, I went off the deep end. I'm gonna go ahead and start a new topic. Uh, as for Mad Cat, all I gotta say is, I don't think you guys are strong. I just think you guys are probably way too much into the stick with
I
what you know
agree.
best. Stick with what you know best with third party controllers and see if it works out for you. Um, you can sell off your assets and just sell off like the Trinitrons and just give them to some other company to actually help you, or you can just sell off the third party stuff that you do the analysis for,
Yeah.
and just continue on as a third party company, uh, controllers and stuff. Stick with that. Stick with making like Xbox controllers that last longer. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and went off on that, but that's it. I'll go ahead and go with the next topic. Sonic drama. The internet, as you might as well have heard, um, there was a person that asked a question on the internet. Said, "This may surprise you, but there is a rumors going around saying you are a hedgehog. Can you confirm this?" And what happened was, the Sonic account, the Sonic the Hedgehog account, that is actually confirmed by Sega, who owns the account, made a witty reply because he's known for Sonic Hedgehog on Twitter was known
He's never
for
being a little bit of a smartass.
yeah he's been known as a witty smartass on Twitter. He's been known to memes. He's known about the Sonic memes and everything. He knows the person they hired knows internet culture pretty well. And what happened was he made this witty reply saying, "We actually identify as an attack helicopter. Check your privilege." In a witty reply. And a lot of people, including a game developer known as Brianna Wu, got offended by the joke, claiming that the joke was transphobic.
And it's not transphobic at all.
And I kind of see the whole. Because I looked at this, I'm looking at this sentence right here. It said, "We actually identify as an attack helicopter. Check your privilege," which I don't think it was really a bad thing. I just thought it was funny as too, because it's just this is not the only joke that happened. There was another developer who said this a while back that he identified as an F-15 Raptor, and it's not a big deal. It's just a joke. If people are going to claim that it's transphobic, no, it's not, because it doesn't specify what gender or specific identity, whatever. It only specifies.
It's just a dumb joke.
Yeah, it's just a dumb joke. It's not transphobic. It's not really offensive to me or to anybody in this whole audience. If you're listening, if you feel that it is, just go ahead and leave your comments down below. We'll get back to you later.
Yeah, pretty much.
The thing is, I don't think it is. As for Brianna Wu, she's been known to be an opportunist among the gaming community, and I don't think, and a lot of people were agreeing with her that this was a transphobic joke. Technically, it isn't a transphobic joke because she said, the person that said this behind the Sonic the Hedgehog account said, "We actually is just It just describes in a person in third. I think it was in third person or first person.
I think it's mostly third person.
Okay, it describes third person, which doesn't really describe a gender or anything like that by definition.
Take it from something I actually heard in the old like Ghost Rider movie. Like, we are Legion and we are many.
Yes, yes, it doesn't describe a gender. It is a gender neutral pronoun.
Pretty much.
Yes, so technically, you won't have to worry about this. This is not doesn't offend anybody. So please check your privilege, bitches. Yes, check your privileges behind the door. So thank you. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give you this topic because it's the was the fair. It's the where's the fair use, which is the WTFU.
Yes. Hashtag where's the fair
And
use?
also, my topic will be torrential downpour, which I'll explain later. I'm going to give it to you, Aisha, for this one.
Well, this topic was coming from me sooner or later. Where's the fair use? Basically, what fair use describes is the doctrine where copyright material can be used for satire, education, yada yada yada. Well, lately this has been running rampant between a lot of the YouTubers on YouTube. Videos getting taken down, strikes against them, channels getting taken down. This is sheerly disappointing.
And I encountered this as well a lot, especially there was a company that was claiming the visuals for a video that I made a while back. It pissed me the fuck off. I had to appeal it several times in order to tell them no, this is under fair use. I am doing a let's play of this game,
Hmm.
and they kind of ignored it.
And
YouTube
yeah, like I said,
ignored,
like I
and
said,
I
fair use.
actually had to explain in the argument that this video belongs to another company. This company, USA, whatever, is claiming this video for no apparent reason other than the fact they say they claim the visuals of it, which is technically it belonged to the video game itself. And the company that made the video game, let's just say they own the rights to it because they actually did the work on the game itself, even the introduction of the game.
Exactly. And this is a problem because YouTube's content ID system has been made to be abused.
And the problem is a lot of it has to do with the fact that their system is automated and it can be really easy for them to exploit it. And that was the biggest problem with their YouTube, with the content creators that wanted to make videos. They can't make those videos because they're afraid that a certain group of companies in Hollywood would probably go after them and try to take down their videos or try to claim the monetization of those videos as theirs.
And like a lot of you have already been noticed on YouTube themselves. Anime America, Nostalgia Critic, I hate everything. They have already they themselves have been targeted by this whole thing.
There's a video. Okay, like for example, if I made a video mentioning Sony and I have a picture of if I, and I have if I put the camera on my crotch area, does Sony technically own my crotch area? And I talk about
Yes,
Sony.
exactly. And a lot of these companies now have been actually using YouTube system now for fraudulent claims.
Yeah, and a lot of, especially there are people that can easily take down videos claiming these things without even viewing them.
Pretty much. I mean, not to mention, a lot of these companies who are actually filing claims will actually take monetization off the content creator who actually use this money to survive, and actually take it from them to use for
You
themselves.
know
They will
what?
take basically 100%.
And you know what? I think that I got an idea. Why don't they make it 50-50%?
I agree. Or a side account, like
Or
Nostalgia Critic said.
yeah, and let who decide who gets the money, which I think it's okay, but I think it'd be a good idea to just split the monetization. You don't have to give me a lot of money. We can make a deal about it.
And yeah, that is true. And like this threatens a lot of people, not just content creators, because like less players, educators, those who actually do reviews, top tens, all that. But the bad thing is though, it's mostly these smaller channels who are actually getting targeted, like Markiplier, Jack, Cinemassacre. Like
Yeah,
the bigger channels are being
including
left alone.
including including Angry Joe. He got attacked a while back too
That's true.
from his movie reviews, and I know that he got upset with Nintendo. That was kind of upsetting, but a lot of people had to point out to him that Nintendo wanted you to pay them in order to allow you to make videos about Nintendo. Which I
Exactly.
think it's unfair that Nintendo's doing this, and a lot of people won't be able to make Nintendo videos because of this, because they felt that if you're going to be claiming giving you an account, it would be difficult for us to actually make money because really we're not trying. Some people would rather make videos of Nintendo games because they want to show the content of your games so that people can make a financial decision whether to purchase it or not. Even if
Exactly.
and if you're gonna force people to watch your videos, which let's put it this way, I understand you guys are trying to approach um, the kid friendly image that you want to promote, but right now you got kids that grew up a long time ago that played the NES system that just want to just
Put
want
your
to
videos out there.
put out
Put like
videos and just support your system because they want people to be aware of your games. But the problem is you're making it difficult for them because you want your channel to be viewed, but that's hard enough as it is.
and then too with the DMC when the DMCA system being abused, this is making it harder a lot for a lot of people. It's
Especially
actually and the problem is for those two of us who actually want to actually create content, it's a scary thing because like if since the system is being abused, we're so afraid of getting strikes against us and losing our accounts.
that's the biggest problem with YouTube. Right? They really don't talking about. They're really
And with an automated system, this makes it just as much hard for the majority of YouTube.
and a lot of it has to do with a
Wait,
lot of the
what?
problems happening. Um, I'm gonna bring out the issue. There's been so go ahead and continue and talk about this.
Well, as I was saying, I was saying about about the content ID system, like and how it can be abused. It's horrible. I mean, the state. There have already been many channels attacked, taken down.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
false
fraudulent
reports.
claims filed,
Yeah,
false
fraudulent.
reports.
A
I
lot
mean,
of a
like
lot of it because most of it is automated, and most we know that YouTube does not check their videos. They just make the judgment and say we're taking it down because it's offensive, and that could be a false report. For example. This is sad part about you. They can't always protect their investment. Can't really do anything because they're afraid that they may get sued because they already lost a case against Viacom. They can't show any videos of Viacom content.
exactly, and like a lot of us, like who want to create content, there's this seems like just a scare tactic for a lot of us.
And we can't make review. can't make review videos. We can't make comedy videos. We can't even make can't make parodies because we're afraid that they would go after us.
And
This
and
withhold
this is becoming this is becoming a big problem. I mean, the doctrine of fair use is being abused.
and right now I'm gonna go ahead and bring up another topic because short, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you say the last word.
All I have to say is hashtag where's the fair use?
Where's the fair use, as in WTFU? If you really want to help, go ahead and say your thing on Twitter and just say what, or make a video about it, like most people are doing
Please
right
do.
now. Because I know Alpha Omega Sin's talking about it. I know that
Anime America's talking about it.
Animanium Erica, because there's so many. It's really hurting the YouTube community. So if you really want to help, please make a video about it or go on
Put
the
your
hash.
voice out there.
Put your voice out there and say what you want to say about this whole issue.
This is becoming a problem and it needs to be fixed.
Yeah, and I know this is not a video game topic, but we're gonna bring up the other topic, which is torrential downpour.
Go
Um,
ahead.
there's been a lot of problems with misinf. Turns out this was misinformation about the Fire Emblem Fates game. It turns out there was a dialogue between. Well, what happened was it was kind of a misinformation report that someone made up, and it was a mistranslation in the game, which I'm probably gonna have to.
What's going on here? Why is there a video on this subject happening? This is a gaming channel. Yes, it is. But today's topic is related to some recent events, so here's a little backstory for you. When Fire Emblem Fates released in Japan, it introduced a character named Soleil. Soleil has an affinity for the aesthetics of cute girls and has trouble talking to men due to her upbringing. However, she is not gay. Soleil, like so many Japanese women, adore cute girls, but is straight and all her marriage supports are with men. As it turns out, her affinity for cute girls is damaging her performance in battle, and so through the B support rank with the main character, he agrees to help her out. During this, you help her overcome her fear of men via a magic potion that makes men and women appear as the opposite gender. But the potion fails and she knows something to the effect of men still sounding like men despite appearing as women. Yet it does help her overcome her predicament and she thanks the main character for it. In her S rank though, where the two get married and do become romantically involved, Soleil tells the main character that she has always been comfortable around him and she does genuinely love him. She still flirts around with a lot of women, but is clearly in love with the main character. It sounds simple enough, right? Well, Tumblr had to get involved. Via a fan translation posted on 4chan and a really poor interpretation, a Tumblr user claimed that Soleil was a lesbian and that the main character had spiked her drink so she could fall in love with him. They also related it to something akin to that of gay conversion
All
theory.
right, I'm listening
And
to
of
mine as
course,
well.
Tumblr and gaming websites not doing their research jumped on board and along came controversy. So for the Western release, to no one's surprise, this scene is being written to avoid anything that can be construed as drugging or gay conversion, something the original had no implication of in the first place. But because the controversy is more famous than the facts, people are assuming that the changes are being made because they don't want that issue being brought up again. In reality, changes happen all the time during localization. After all, you need to be able to market a title in one country to suit its culture. But the question is, how did such information manage to spread and become so ingrained that people still believe it's actually what happened in the game, even though people like Gaijin Hunter, who are fluent in Japanese, tell us otherwise? It's simple really, and you've probably guess the answer for yourself. See,
I
back in the
am
years
not.
of 2010 to 2014, a study was done in which
I am actually not.
67 Facebook pages were monitored by a team of researchers. Their findings were published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, and they noted the reason to be these things called echo chambers that help amplify the party's own personal beliefs without fear of persecution. There's a link to the findings in the description, so please check it out. Out of these 67 pages, 32 focused on conspiracy theories. The other 35 were regarding scientific news. Of these pages, the conspiracy theories were filled with those believing climate change to be a myth and that Jade Helm 15 was a sign of an oncoming civil war. There was a third group though, 2 pages that intentionally spread information in attempts to troll others. While the news regarding science and conspiracies were the same for the first day or so, with people typically liking and sharing information that they personally agreed with, it was the long-term effects that showed the biggest difference. While science news spreads rapidly, the news dies before it can be properly discussed or shared. In turn, conspiracy posts build momentum before it can be discussed and shared for a much longer period of time. If the post is popular enough, it can eventually hit mainstream regardless of the facts around it. But the key to all of this is the user behavior, which in turn makes the echo chamber what it is. Depending on what you click, watch, or read, some automated system out there is watching you, running in the background. It's seeing what your likes and dislikes are and rerouting information to you based on its collected data. So if, for instance, you watch and play a lot of Pokemon, systems will work on routing that information to you, so before you know it, most of your feed on YouTube or Facebook will be about Pokemon. Anything else will be shoved into the background. And of course, associating yourself with people who also love Pokemon makes the echo chamber even larger. This often leads to confirmation bias as a result. Is Pokemon the greatest franchise ever made? Well, according to the systems that are constantly shoving Pokemon in your face, yes it is. After all, it's all you see and all your friends ever talk about. And this transcends the internet into physical space such as social gatherings like the Pokemon World Championships or just gaming conventions in general. It's to the point where the World Economic Forum called the spread of misinformation a digital wildfire and a threat to global society. So unless you're actively open to new information and the potential that you may be wrong, then you're only going to help and serve in the spread of misinformation. I'm not sure if the Tumblr user who spread this misinformation apologized, since I couldn't find one, but it doesn't matter. Any apology would be too little too late because no one really cared about what they had to say about it. All they cared about was the controversy itself. They opened their mouth, said something stupid, and as a result have stigmatized both the game and themselves. And when gaming websites are trying to gather the most views based on misinformation with incredibly sensationalized headlines, they forget to look up the facts and in turn further distort the truth, especially when you consider a lot of people only read the title, not the article itself. When such an issue comes up, you'll be hard-pressed to find anyone looking for facts that say otherwise because we take such things at face value. After all, it's on the internet. It must be true. There's no need to research it because someone on Tumblr told me, an illustrious gaming journalist, it was exactly how they described it to me, and it doesn't matter if the translations were done by someone who may not have been fluent in Japanese, or that the controversy came from some random Tumblr account who doesn't own the game and likely doesn't know Japanese. All that matters is the controversy and the attention that comes with it. We quickly latch on to any information about a new subject that we never question to see if it's right or wrong. And to make it worse, we can't bear the thought of being wrong, so we never seek out the truth. To some, the debate is more precious than the facts themselves. And when you want to push an agenda, you will use as much misinformation as possible to get your desired results. And sadly, that's part of the reason society is the way it is today. So take some time and do a little research, and hey, you'll realize the world really isn't such a bad place after all. But hey, before you
Mm-hmm. And it's straight. And honestly, like this whole thing is straight up ridiculous.
Oh, sorry.
And with the way, with the addition of the U.S. these days accepting a lot of most transgender folks and like gay, bi, and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we would get past a lot of this crap.
Well, the problem is it's still, the problem is there's some people that think it is not really an issue. It's just the problem is it was people were misinformed with the translation of Fire Emblem. The guy explained it in the video. It was kind of hard to explain because a lot of people goes along with the information because it turns out they got their source from Tumblr, and God knows Tumblr is a fucking goddamn cesspool of misinformation.
Oh, good God, don't I know it?
Yeah.
Man, Reddit, Tumblr, both can be a cesspool of misinformation.
Sometimes, but not all the time. But it's just they they kind of went off the deep end on that one and trans. There was
Yeah.
and Gaijin Hunter kind of translated, and it turns out it wasn't that bad. Right now, torrential
And like
downpour.
I just got to Gaijin Hunter just now.
Yeah, and he actually showed he made a video about this, and a lot of people are talking about
And like I hope word does get out there that things are not like this.
it. Yeah, because torrential downpour is kind of informing the public that they are upset about the censorship of Fire Emblem Fates and also Street Fighter because they had to alter the camera angles because people were offended by it, and the reason why the developers on Street Fighter had to because they wanted to reach out to an audience, and of course they got the mature rating, and they had to censor it because they wanted to reach out to a bigger audience. They wanted people to play the new Street Fighter.
Exactly.
They had to bow down to the whole issue, and then of course that whole Mika butt slap controversy people were upset about. It wasn't really a
You
big
know,
issue.
it's like people need to learn. This is a fictional work. Screw off.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, NeoGaf got upset that some modders kind of let's just say they kind of told them, look, we did make a mod to alter the camera angle back to the original position, and they got upset and blocked the person for doing so.
Yeah, I mean, like as Alpha Omega Sin said it best. Like you're censoring a fictional work in a fictional world. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
I know. It's ridiculous, and they're doing this based on the fact that it hurts my self-esteem.
It's like people are getting triggered over the stupidest bull crap.
Yeah, and it's sad too.
Oh man.
Yeah, as for where's the fair use and torrential downpour come together, well, nothing really. It's just these are the two hashtags that just popped up out of nowhere. A lot of people are
And but
talking.
and where's the for use maybe would be the worst of the two, but
It's not
they
worse.
both
They both serve the purpose of informing the public what's going on.
yeah, that is true. That is true.
Because a lot of
And
people are fed up with the censorship of Japanese games, and the sad part is that uh, Nintendo had to do it because they want to, you know, be they have to set the standards because they are concerned about families and cultures and such, and it kind of hurts them at the same time because right now, from what I heard, a lot of people are kind of not wanting to buy the game because of it. Same with the what you talked about with with the Xenoblade Chronicles X, which was censored, by the way. They actually had to censor out the character creation where girls can't enlarge their boobs.
yeah, and it's like yeah, with a lot of the censorship going on between both sexualization and the content and all that, this is just something that's just getting out of control.
So I'm gonna go ahead and move on, and we're gonna talk about another topic. Um, Game trailers is closing down, which they already admit. It was like last week or last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, after 6 years in business, GameTrailers.com is actually going down.
Actually, they were around for back in 2003.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I used to remember when they first started out, they started out video download trailers. They
And
actually
like, and that's where I think ScrewAttack.com basically started out.
yeah, same with them, and they did the high quality trailers. They actually had all the trailers from Japan and everything, and I'm like, okay, I'll watch your. That's how they got known, and then they decided to become a journalism site, informing people about what's going on, and made videos about it too. So we're gonna miss Graham trailers, even though yeah, sometimes they may have done some done some weird stuff back in the past, but they've been very cool, and they've been known to do and talk about video games, and we're the best gaming journal site. We're gonna miss those guys. I hope those guys find new jobs and do something better, or make a new website. And I wish them best of luck. Like
I do
said,
too. I mean, I
yeah.
mean, this like after them being around for so long and no longer being around the net. I mean, I really do hope that they do have some better luck in the future.
As in other news, Kanye premiered his game called The Only One,
Ugh, Kanye
and it's
West. Good
about
God.
it's about his mom going to heaven.
Cripes.
Jesus walks with me. I wonder if he's gonna put that in this in the soundtrack of the game.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but the sad part is he's in debt right now. From what I heard, he's like at 50.
Yeah, yeah, I heard the same thing.
It's kind of funny. It's like his last desperation. I'm gonna make a video game. Why? Because I'm Kanye. Why don't you make Kanye Quest 2, bitch? Kanye Quest. Everyone liked it, Kanye Quest, but now it's like make Kanye Quest 2, where you have to impregnate Kim Kardashian. That would be the best video game ever.
I mean, like Kanye West, I am not a fan of him whatsoever.
I know, and the funny thing is, right now, is that he's getting a lot of, especially he's releasing his new album too.
That's true.
Yeah, and right now he's suing Pirate Bay for putting his album out earlier.
To me, that couldn't happen to a better person.
Yeah, well, I did look at the gameplay, the trailer of The Only One. Basically, is a woman flying in the clouds in angel wings.
Uh,
It's kind of I think it's an indie game type of deal. I think Kanye wants to make it for his mom to go to heaven, which I, I don't really have a problem with that. I think it's a sweet idea,
yeah.
but Kanye should have appeared in Def Jam. The game.
Honestly.
Yeah, make another sequel to Def Jam and try to appear in it and rap. Like, you'll become a legend because Kanye's the best anime ever.
And to me, like I swear, when it comes to I don't care for Kanye. I mean, like honestly, he should have kept this such a personal game and like not releasing it to people. Like seriously.
Well, I don't know when it's available. It'll probably be available on app phones. But
Hopefully.
I wish Kanye the best of luck. Hopefully, he will make the best game ever. If not, we're sorry, Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because Kanye will probably have to pay off his debt later in order to get his starting salary of new album. Good luck, Kanye.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
Good luck, man. I hope you succeed because you're Kanye West. Remember, you're the college. You released a college dropout. You made that money. But the sad part is, man, you're gonna have to take the real struggle now.
That's true.
Yeah, we're gonna see how you face all this this situation. So good luck, man. I wish you the best of luck with this game.
I know for this game he's going to get a lot of flack.
No, it's gonna get a lot of laughs. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are gonna make that Kanye West poem. Yeah, everyone's like reading that poem like Kanye's the best. Kanye's the rest. Kanye would probably do the. Yeah. Oh yeah, like that rap song, Kanye. How about you made that album, Kanye? Did you really get that? Yeah, like Kanye, did you like that? You like those peas, Kanye? Did you like to smoke weed, Kanye? Do you want to go? Yeah, that's kind of how everything has to be rhymed with Kanye. Call
Oh,
911,
good
Kanye.
God.
Would you like to go to the UN, Kanye? Complain about the shit that's happening, Kanye? Go ahead and make that money, Kanye. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's all for now. Thank you
That's
for
all for now.
watching. You can like, subscribe, or make comments down below and make fun of us. Go ahead. We don't mind.
Yeah, and also just to reiterate, where's the fair use?
Yeah, where's the fair use? Kanye. Where's the fair use, Kanye? Where's the fair use?
Where's the fair use?
Kanye. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.